We're going to have a look at how to load a resource in memoQ, in this particular case a QA profile, and then we're going to see how to configure a new QA profile and activate it for a project. We go first under the Tools menu to the Resource Console, and here we select the QA settings. I'm going to import some new QA settings. Here I have an empty QA profile that I've created. That's one in which all of the options are deactivated. I use this as a template for creating custom QA profiles to accomplish specific purposes. So I'm going to select that, click Open to load it. I don't need to describe it. It's obvious what it is from the name. And we now see it in the list. We're going to use this now as a template to create a new QA profile to check only terminology. To do that, we're going to go down here on the right and click Clone to make a copy of that. And we're going to call the new profile Terminology Check. And I'll put a comment here. This is for terminology only, and click OK. And you'll see that now this new QA profile is here, but it's still an empty profile because it's cloned from the empty profile. So we want to go in and edit it. In the upper left portion of the first of 6 tabs for QA settings, we see the settings for terminology. And here I'd like it to check for consistent use of terminology. Source to target is what I look for. So if there's a particular source term, I want to make sure that a specific target term has been used. There are some other options. You can check target to source. You can go both ways. I usually just check source to target. And I'd also like to be warned if a forbidden term is used. That's all I want to configure here in my QA settings for terminology. So I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to make sure that this terminology check QA profile is the one that's going to be used in my project. So I'm going to close the Resource Console, and I'm going to go to the settings in the project. And in the settings, I go up and select the QA settings. And here I see that the default QA profile has been selected. That one will show me errors for just about everything. So what I would like instead is the terminology check profile. So I just click on its checkbox, and now this is the active QA profile. So later when I go up to the operations menu and I select Run QA, it will do a check only of the terminology.